everybody who waited a year and the other fucking thing. To all my patrons, thanks for being a patron. If I sound exasperated and exhausted and anxious, it's because I fucking am. Found out like about 10 minutes ago that both my furniture and my internet are not going to arrive for like several more days than I thought. So I had to rocket down to the Toledo, Ohio public library to have fucking internet to even bring you these episodes. Wasn't planning on recording today, but kind of hard to get a podcast made when you don't have the internet or the furniture you need to set up your home studio. So I'm just running and gunning on the fly. I need a thumbnail. Sure, whatever. This is the swap the regular episode and the bonus episode. It'll all make sense. Trust me, I'm a professional. The fucking iPad's not working now. Okay. Volume up. Hey, this bonus episode has a theme song.
Oh, Garbuda is a mighty beast. I've loved him from the start. They say he lives inside a lake, but his home is in my heart. The zealots say to try their God, but I simply can't. Cause Garbuda is the one for me unless you've got a grant. My car broke down and I went into debt. I've been paying and paying, but I ain't done yet. You can pay for a topic or vote on a gimmick. Anything can happen, so come on and get with it. Hosted by Bear Claw Billy.
You're listening to Fix My Carcast, hosted by Bear Claw Billy, and this is episode 140. Comedian and musician Keith Hebert has never appeared on a bonus episode, but first, housekeeping. This is the show where you pick what I say and how I say it. Pick a topic or prompt by donating to the GoFundMe, and vote on the gimmick by joining my Patreon for just $1 a month. Join at the $5 or higher level and also get bonus episodes and behind the scenes footage. Links are in the description. Also down there, merch. Get yourself some merch. Are you naked? Well, here's a bonus. Clothes. Try them today and get my logo on them. No new donors this week. The total raised for paying off my car repair debt is holding at $2,322. Also, when we get to $3,000, it unlocks an automatic show gimmick, which is I will record an episode at sea. Fun fact, did you know that this whole podcast disappears when we hit $10,000? What a bonus for me! Hey, do you like the theme song? No? Well, if you make a donation of $50 or more, in addition to picking an episode topic, you get to change one thing about the theme song forever. Unless somebody else changes it back. Want me to add a bonus theme song? I'll do it. $50. It kind of already has 2 theme songs, let's be real. Also, if you would like to own the painting I made in episode 118, I'll be giving it away to the next person who donates $100 or more. That's right, own a piece of Fix My Carcast history while you still can. If you'd like to see the painting before you buy it, it can be viewed in the raw video version of episode 118 over on Patreon. Link in the description. The painting is not in the car with me. I don't know where the painting is. I don't know where my furniture is. I don't know where my internet is. You can learn more about that in the regular episode, winkety winkety wink. No new patrons this week, bummer. Now it's time for a topic suggestion. I'll suggest topics I think I could easily talk about for a whole episode, though admittedly I think the show is more fun when it's something I'm completely clueless about. So, something I could talk about is the 4-year science experiment I was a test subject for. I mean, in fairness, I also created the experiment, but still, want to know more? Donate today. Checking in on the best city in the world, based on which city to listen to the last episode the most. And our big winner is Westbrook, Maine. Congratulations, Westbrook, Maine. Let it be known that your horse market, salad museum, and Dagobah system are the best in the world for 7 days. Last episode, I talked about while recording the episode without a topic. You can see video of all the raw footage, plus a little extra, over on Patreon. Also, head over to Patreon for a bonus episode where I talk about the state of the show and the state of the Billy, which probably was also a topic this week, but on the regular episode, because things is all screwy this week. It'll all make sense. Trust me, I'm a professional. Okay, let's talk next week's gimmick poll. These are your choices for next week's episode gimmick. They are: record it by the ocean, make tacos, do it like an auctioneer, and our returning gimmick, play Chubby Bunny. Let's review. That's number 1, record it by the ocean, not to be confused with record it at sea. When I'm at sea, I will be on a boat on the sea. Record it by the ocean, I will just be near the ocean. Number 2, make tacos. Pretty self-explanatory. Yum, yum, yum. I'm going to make some tacos. Number 3, do it like an auctioneer. You know how those auctioneers talk. I'll probably have to practice doing it like an auctioneer, but I think I can do it like an auctioneer. And our returning gimmick number 4, play Chubby Bunny, which is the game where you just keep stuffing marshmallows in your mouth till you can't no more. Hopefully I can afford a bag of marshmallows. Remember that any gimmick that gets just a single vote is eligible for a second chance in 6 weeks. Be sure to vote over on Patreon. The poll closes Thursday, September 12th at noon Eastern America time. All right, time for today's gimmick, which is swap the regular and bonus episodes. Of course, gimmicks don't start until housekeeping is out of the way in case any of them prevent me from sharing vital information. But now, we are entering the gimmick zone. From this point on, gimmicks are active and everything is improvised. There's no sponsored topic for today's episode, so I'll take inspiration from a randomized Wikipedia page, which is... Now, folks, I am going to have to give you a little peek behind the curtain here. I was supposed to have both the desk for my home studio and internet today. Didn't happen. Is going to be a little delayed. I was so excited to welcome you to my new home in Toledo, Ohio, Maine. But unfortunately, that didn't happen, so it's another car episode. Let's hope things are just kinda sorta normal next week. This includes, I was hoping to just clickety-click my desktop and have a random Wikipedia page for you, but I didn't have time to do that, and without internet, I had to use a hotspot from my phone to take screenshots of 5 random Wikipedia pages, so I apologize in advance. I did see what these were, though in fairness I can remember maybe one of them, but just for transparency for you, the people that hold me to this shit, can you believe this is the week I'm swapping the episodes and I gotta deal with this crap? So here are the screenshots of the Wikipedia pages, and I am now going to randomly click one, and that will be the topic, and let's see what we've got. Folks, today's topic is Gochala, which I have to make sure that I am pronouncing correctly. I always feel a little bad when I am not pronouncing something correctly. No offense, some of the other Wikipedia pages that I got looked a little more interesting, but guess what? It needs to be random. So this is spelled, and this is a little bit for me, so I can find the page again later, Goecha space L-A. So Gochala. I hope that I am pronouncing that correctly, but that is what we're talking about today, and it is a high mountain pass in Gyalsing district, Sikkim, India, in the Himalaya range. Okay, cool. I know very little about the Himalayas, be it the mountain range or the cat. Cool. So good. I can breathe a little bit. So it's interesting that, like, the gimmick this week doesn't really affect the outcome of the show. Or does it? Because you'll ideally have listened to this in an opposite order. So you'll have listened to the bonus episode, which I have not recorded yet. So it's not like I can refer back to it. But, you know, it's interesting to think about, like, how even the gimmicks that don't really affect, quote unquote, anything, still do kind of affect something. Because, you know, less people are going to hear this, and, only slightly less. I don't have a ton of patrons. Thank you for being a patron. You can hear this because you're a patron. I am not at any point going to swap the episodes back. So the bonus episode this week is about a mountain range, not to be confused with whatever the regular episode was. Whatever I feel like talking about, I guess. If anything, this is just a fun way for people who don't pay for the bonus episodes to finally hear a bonus episode, but it's not like it's going to be a standard bonus episode. Hey, let's talk in more mountain. So let's talk about the southeast face of Kanchenjunga. This is the problem of doing a show where you are finding out what you're talking about directly on it. And I don't even have internet, so I can't even look up pronouncers. I am outside of the Toledo, Ohio public library, and the Wi-Fi signal does not reach to where I am parked. I checked. So I can't look up anything further about this. I will say, I almost should have rejected this article for being a stub. Also, my iPad is centuries old, and now the screen's not even fucking letting me click anything. My life's going great. Everything's wonderful. I can't wait to become a trucker and have some money, maybe. Anyway, if you've been enjoying this 3-year descent into madness, how long have I been doing this damn show? Well, there's 52 weeks in a year, so do I have 104 episodes? You know I do. So I've been doing it for 2 years and some change. Anyway, okay, so the southeast face of Kanchenjunga, the world's third highest mountain, can be viewed from the pass, which is also a base camp for those aspiring to scale the mountain. They say that when the government authorities first saw the view from Gochala, they were so moved by the view that they decided to feature it on the RS100 note. Now I'm dumb, but I've played a little Zelda. I'm thinking RS is rupees, 100 rupees, the currency of India. And, I apologize to the fine Indian people that I only know that because of Legend of Zelda. I can't name a lot of other kinds of money from around the world. And if I can, it's probably because this is so embarrassing. Because I know the names of Mrs. Deagle's cats in Gremlins. For you see, Mrs. Deagle is so money hungry that each of her cats is named after a different form of currency. There is, of course, dollar bill and drachma and kopek and rupee. And I can't remember the others right now, but it's one of my favorite little details from Gremlins. Leave it to Bear Claw Billy to have an article about an Indian mountain and to talk about Gremlins somehow. Anyway, I'm going to say that I really should not have used this as a topic, only under my rules of not using stubs, because when I was screenshotting these, I was trying not to read them too carefully because I like the surprise of not knowing anything, just jumping in, just doing the episode as is. But now I can see that most of a full half, if not more, of this article is just the names of peaks. List of Himalayan peaks seen on Gochala Trek from Dzongri Top, Thansing, and Gochala. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering all of these names. So yeah, it's just a list of peaks that can be seen on this trek. So it's a high mountain pass. So I guess that means it's not the mountain itself. It's not the mountain itself, it's the pass. Folks, I'm so dumb. I shouldn't be allowed out of the house. A mountain pass, I'm assuming that's like the trail along the mountain. I don't know. If you're a hiker, if you're a trekker, I'm a trekker in one sense, but I don't do a lot of hiking. Hey, if you want me to do an episode on a mountain, that could be a goal at some point. But seeing as how we're barely making it to sea, I doubt we'll make it to a mountain. Hey, if that trucking career goes well for me, we can probably have a lot more elaborate. I would love to do record it while skydiving or some shit, which will make it a very short episode, but it'll be fun. Yeah, one day I hope to have the money to make this show actually actually financially interesting. But until then, you got me trying to sponge off library Wi-Fi while I hastily scramble to get this done before my weekend starts. Okay, I don't have a lot to tell you from this article. I really should have skipped this one. I almost want to just move on to one of the other ones. I will just say one of the ones that I saw was a ridiculous video game. And I saw like the star rating, and it was so low that I was like, well, that's just going to be interesting because it's bad. I think I will probably hold on to these screenshots for emergencies, but I'm really hoping next week's episode will be in my new home, which won't get sold for, let's say, a year. Let's cross our fingers and hope it doesn't get flipped by another crafty landlord. Go listen to the episode 3 Landlords. That's, of course, regular episode 3 Landlords, which this, I guess, technically you're listening to a bonus episode. I don't know how this works, folks. I already know what the title of this episode is going to be, but it won't be this episode's title because I'm going to swap it with the bonus episode. Isn't this kooky and fun and requires minimal effort on my part? Can you imagine if I had like an actual complex gimmick this week? Holy shit. Anyway, I'm talking about the show too much and the mountain pass not enough. So, trekking through the Kanchenjunga National Park, it's one of the greenest regions in the world. That's cool because the picture that I'm looking at sure isn't. It looks real snowy. It looks real something out of Lord of the Rings. But apparently it's one of the greenest regions in the world, and it remains one of the top things to do for any holidaymaker in the Himalayas. What travel agent wrote this? Are travel agents still a thing? I don't know. People just look this stuff up online now, right? The weather remains clear during the winters and dramatic during the pre-monsoon season with misty clouds. Okay, what poet wrote this one? The weather is dramatic. I love that. Same. All right, the trek itself can be challenging in terms of distances to be covered in a day. Acclimatization is important due to the huge changes in altitude over a small time during this trek. Okay, that's fascinating. That's a thing I can ruminate on. That's interesting because the job that I have right now, we don't work outside per se, but it is in a big building that, has, big bay doors, to let the secret fireman's trucks in and out. So it's kind of like you're working outside. It's sort of like you have to worry about temperature and wind, but not sun, essentially. So that's interesting to me that, having to dress in layers and prepare for rapid temperature changes. That also jumped out at me because the weather has been weird here in Maine, folks. It has been icy cold nights and grossly hot days. I'm actually regretting that I did not roll my windows down before I started recording because it's real humid. It has been very, I don't know what to do when I sleep at night. Why, I almost feel like I'm suffering through trekking the Gochala High Mountain Pass. But no, it's been weird. I keep waking up freezing. I'm going to bed with no blankets, no fan, window open, because I have to. I can't put the AC in the window because it is too cold to even have the window open at night. But during the day, it's hot as balls, and I don't know. If you've never been to Maine, it's not typically like that. I hope we didn't screw up our planet or something. But yeah, I'm struggling with the weather right now. So reading that made me think oh, that's relatable. That's something I'm going through right now. Yeah, sweaty days and freezing, sweat by day, shiver by night is how I'm doing right now, which also makes it hard to sleep when you are currently beginning to sleep while the sun is out and then falling asleep into the chilly night. All I get are struggles and all I want are snuggles. So anyway, I have exhausted this. No, there's always a little info data trivia section. So elevation, this is how high Gochala is. It is 4,940 meters, or for all you feet people. For Quentin Tarantino, that's 16,207 feet. Location, India, range, Himalaya. Hey, check it out. Here's the coordinates. Fuck if I know what any of these symbols mean. 27 degrees, 36 feet, 28 inches. Which one's feet? Which one's inches? Not to Spinal Tap here. North, whatever. 27, 36, 28 north, 88, 11, 13 east. There you go. That's how you get to Gochala. So if anybody wants to know the way to Gochala, that's the way to Gochala. Folks, I got to fill 10 more minutes if I want to feel good about myself. I don't know. I don't want to this week. Part of me is like, it's the swap episodes week, and you should really have fun with it. But this article's just too damn short, and I'm too damn late in the day that I need to go sponge off the library Wi-Fi now. I cannot believe this is my life. Hate to leave you with a short one, but I think I get to with what I've been through, as you already know because you've listened to the bonus episode where I go into detail about all of this. Maybe, or don't I? Who knows? Anyway, fuck it. Let's at least fill a little more time. Oh gosh. This is just going to be me butchering a bunch of names, and I don't feel right about it. So anyway, there's a lot of Himalayan peaks you can see on Gochala. And you can go look up the names of them because I'm just going to get them wrong. I will butcher them so badly, it would basically be like calling them Steve and Dave and Lori. So let's not do that. I'm going to get the hell out of here. As always, admire your rupees. God. Folks, this is nuts. This is nuts. I can't even master the episodes. That's what's bothering more than anything else. I don't have the home studio set up. So you get like whatever just shitty straight into the phone audio. I don't even get to scrub it up afterwards. I am so sorry, folks. Anyway, time to record the bonus episode, which you'll hear first.